My friend got me an interview at her company, then used my portfolio to get the job herself. I hadn't spoken to Amelia in months before she messaged me. We weren't close friends, just two people who had the same design class in college and followed each other ever since. A few DMs here and there, mostly compliments on each other's work. She went the in-house route. I stayed freelance. Her page was full of branded content and lifestyle reels. Mine was mostly motion graphics and UI mockups. She posted more than she produced. I produced more than I posted. One Thursday, she sent me a message. "Hey! My company is hiring a product designer. I feel like you'd kill it. Want me to refer you?" I blinked at the message for a second. I'd been looking for full-time work for months. The algorithm kept feeding me unpaid internships disguised as early career growth opportunities. The market was trash. Every opening had 300+ applicants. Getting a real referral felt like winning the lottery. I told her yes. She asked for my resume and portfolio. I said both the same night. Resume, updated last week. Portfolio, personal site plus PDF breakdown plus Behance link. She replied the next morning. "Perfect, I'll pass this along. You should hear from them soon." I thanked her. She reacted with a heart emoji. That was the last I heard. A week passed. No email. I checked spam. Nothing. Another week. Still silent. I looked up the company, a growing mid-sized tech firm doing productivity software. Not huge, but solid benefits, stable team, good Glassdoor reviews. Their site still had the job listed. So I filled out the official application too. Didn't mention Amelia, just kept it clean. Still nothing. The listing disappeared a few days later. Position closed. No email. No rejection. Just gone. It didn't sit right, but I told myself to let it go. People get ghosted. HR is slow. Maybe I wasn't what they were looking for. I'd already been rejected from better. 2 weeks later, I opened LinkedIn while waiting for a file to render. First thing I saw, a banner notification. Amelia just started a new position as product designer at company name. I stared at it. Same company. Same title. Same job. The one I thought she was referring me to. I clicked her profile. Header. Product designer at company, digital storyteller, empathy-driven UX. Under experience. Started 1 week ago. Same time the listing vanished. At first, I thought maybe it was a different position. Maybe she had applied too. That's not illegal. It's not even shady. Maybe we both submitted portfolios and they picked hers. Fine. But I couldn't shake the weirdness. Why offer to refer me to a role you wanted for yourself? Why go out of your way to request my files? I told myself to stop overthinking. Closed LinkedIn. Opened Figma. But 2 hours later, I reopened her page. Scrolled down to her featured projects. And I saw it. The second thumbnail. It was my interface layout. Same UI framework. Same font choices. Same fake project name. Wellness, daily mental health tracker. Same dashboard layout. The one with the 4 bubble cards, the progress wheel, the quote of the day. She'd changed 2 colors. That's it. Even the mock-up frame, the curved iPhone shell with a soft drop shadow, was the one I built and exported for my PDF portfolio. I opened her full case study. It was my project. My captions rewritten. My section shuffled. But it was mine. I opened my own Behance, pulled up the timestamp. Uploaded 3 months earlier. Then I checked the Figma history on my files. All there, layer names, revisions, component libraries. I built every part of it from scratch. I didn't understand. Why ask for my portfolio if you were going to fake your own? Why not just apply directly? Unless she didn't have enough work. Unless she wasn't planning to apply until she saw mine. I kept digging. I checked the resume I'd sent her. Under recent projects, I had listed Wellness, mental health tracker app. Loop Daily, habit builder interface. Breathin', guided breathing tool mobile. All 3 had brief breakdowns. Then I opened Amelia's new personal site. Under her portfolio. Selected work. Wellness, emotional well-being. Loop Daily, lifestyle habits UX. Breathe UX, mindful breathing journey. All 3 were renamed versions of mine. Same layout, same typography, same flow. She added stock photos of fake user interviews. One page even used a direct quote from the About section of my own portfolio, copied word for word. Design should reduce friction, not create it. My jaw clenched. I had sent her everything in good faith. She used my actual work, not for practice, not for feedback, but to get a job. And not just any job. The one she offered to refer me to. And she got it. Because of me. Because of what I built. Because she pretended it was hers. I didn't message her. Didn't ask why. I just started saving files. PDFs, screenshots, LinkedIn timestamps, my Figma version history, my original resume, every email, every DM. I wasn't going to argue. I was going to send one email and watch her burn. I spent the next 6 hours doing one thing, proving it. Not to her, not to friends, to myself and whoever I would send it to when the time came. I pulled up my original files, the entire Wellnest project folder I'd built from scratch for my portfolio the year before. Inside were mood boards, flow diagrams, UI kits, and exports labeled with date stamps from last December. I opened Amelia's version side by side. She hadn't just copied the design. She'd copied the file names. My original export, wellnest_home_v3_final_dark. PNG. Her version, wellnest_home_v3_final_dark1. PNG. The one. The system adds that when you download a duplicate. She hadn't even renamed the files. I kept going. In her case study, she showed a fake journey map. 6 boxes labeled Discover, Explore, Reflect, Engage, Track, Reinforce. I remembered making that layout while half asleep on a Sunday. I'd used those exact verbs because I was tired and didn't want to Google synonyms. She used them all, word for word, in the same order. Then I found the quote. In my original Figma draft of the splash page, there's a line of placeholder text that I never removed. Let's make space for your mind. It was something I wrote randomly, not even user-focused. I had meant to delete it. She kept it, in the same spot. The more I read, the more obvious it became. She had downloaded my entire portfolio, swapped my name for hers, changed colors, renamed projects, and hit upload. That's it. She didn't build a thing, didn't run a test, didn't touch Figma. And now she had a job with benefits, a salary, onboarding paperwork, all of it built on a lie. I opened the second project, Loop Daily. Mine was a habit builder based on behavioral nudges and minimal design. I used a pastel green palette and an icon set I'd built myself. Her version had the same button layout, same microcopy under. Track your habit. One tap. One tick. That's all it takes. I only ever used that line in a Behance draft. I had sent it to her once, a year ago, asking what she thought of the tone. She replied, "Crisp, love it." I checked the message history. Still there. Dated. Time-stamped. She used the exact same line. In her final version. Third project. Breathe In. Now renamed. Breathe UX. In her portfolio. Mine had 3 modules, Inhale Timer, Box Breathing, and Body Scan. Her version had the same 3. In the same order. Same breathing animation, even the same number of frames. She had added fake user personas. 2 of them. They were both pulled directly from a Google search, stock images with fake bios. Maya, 26, anxious tech worker. James, 32, startup founder with chronic stress. I reverse image searched the pictures. Stock assets from Unsplash. Even the name, James, was the same name I used as an example in my UX writing mockup. In my file I wrote, "Good morning, James. Ready to breathe?" She used the same line. She didn't miss anything. She stole the writing, the tone, the design, the brand voice. She didn't make a portfolio. She made a mask. I checked metadata on her images. All the original files still carried data from my export settings. Resolution, canvas size, DPI, even file dimensions. She didn't redesign. She exported my designs again. I took screenshots of everything. Side-by-side comparisons of my Figma with her case studies. File name overlaps. Chat logs with her reactions to my drafts. The resume I sent her timestamped. The job listing date from the company website. Her LinkedIn update timestamp, same week the job closed. Then I did one final check. I asked a friend who worked in tech recruiting to quietly ask someone inside the company if Amelia had shown any work during the hiring process. He came back the next day and said, "Yeah." Apparently she had some killer wellness and productivity apps in her portfolio. They said her visuals were clean and thoughtful. It impressed the head of design. I asked if he could find out whether the files had been reviewed. He said no, not without access, but the hiring manager mentioned unique, user-centered features in her wellness case. The same features I designed. I didn't write to her. Didn't accuse her. I just opened a new email draft. Subject: urgent, unauthorized use of design portfolio in hiring process. 2. Creative director. Senior designer found on LinkedIn. And a general HR contact listed on their website. Body: dear company name team, I am contacting you regarding a recent hire, Amelia, last name, for the product designer role. I believe your team may have been shown portfolio work that does not belong to her. I am the original designer of the following projects: Wellnest, Loop Daily, and Breathe In, all of which appear in Amelia's portfolio under different names. The attached files include my original project files and exports timestamp, metadata proving authorship, screenshots of conversations where I shared these projects, a PDF comparing her versions to mine side by side, the resume and portfolio I personally sent to Amelia, dated 3 weeks before the job posting was closed. I'm not seeking compensation. I am simply documenting that my intellectual property was used in a hiring process without my knowledge or permission. Sincerely, my full name, phone, LinkedIn, portfolio link. Then I click send. I sent the email on a Tuesday night. Not out of anger. Not out of panic. I didn't even feel much at all anymore. Just a calm sense of clarity. I had facts. I had proof. And I had nothing left to explain. The next morning, I got a read receipt from one of the HR contacts. At 11:42 a.m., the design director viewed the PDF. At 1:06 p.m., someone from the company tried to open my Figma links. They saw it. I didn't get a reply right away, which was fine. I wasn't expecting a thank you or an apology. This wasn't about recognition. It was about exposure. Quiet, thorough, irreversible exposure. That evening, I refreshed Amelia's LinkedIn. Her job title was still there. Still said, product designer at company name. But I noticed something strange. The featured projects section, the one where she had posted all 3 stolen case studies, was gone. Not edited. Gone. Her entire project portfolio had been removed from her profile. I checked her personal site. It was offline. 404, site not found. I cleared cache. Tried her Behance. Deleted. Instagram bio? No mention of the company anymore. Twitter header? Blank. Something was happening. By Friday, her LinkedIn still listed the company, but the job title had quietly changed. Now it just said, Designer, Digital Thinker, UX for Good. No company. No link. No explanation. I checked the company's own website. The team page no longer listed her. The job opening, the one she had supposedly filled, was posted again. Same title. Same description. Same team. She was gone. On Monday, I got an email from the design director. Short, formal, precise. Dear my name, thank you for reaching out and for providing the materials you shared. We take these matters seriously and have investigated accordingly. At this time, we can confirm that Amelia, last name, is no longer with the company. We appreciate your professionalism and documentation throughout. Wishing you the best in your design career. Director name, creative director, company name. That was it. No apology. No details. Just confirmation. It was more than enough. I never responded. I didn't need to. I didn't want the job. Didn't want to reapply. Didn't want to work for a place where something like that could slip through. Because even if they fixed it, even if they cut her loose fast, the truth was, she got in the door because of me. And they didn't notice the difference. I didn't want to walk through that same door. Not even with it wide open. 3 days later, I got a message on Instagram. New account. No followers. Just one line. You really had to go that far? No name. No photo. I didn't answer. A week later, someone messaged me on Upwork pretending to be a client asking for samples of your work with mental health apps. Same writing style. Same tone. I blocked the account and reported it. Didn't bother checking. I knew who it was. A month after that, she unfollowed me on everything. Removed her tag from old comments. Pretended we never knew each other. Good. Because if you try to build your career with someone else's work, the only thing you'll ever own is the fallout. I kept going. Built new projects. Made a password-protected version of my portfolio for serious clients only. Tightened my Figma permissions. Watermarked anything I shared in progress. Stopped giving people the benefit of the doubt just because we went to school together once. I don't trust easily now. But I don't need to. Because I don't ask people to vouch for me. I don't send work and hope it lands. Now I know exactly what I'm worth. And how fast someone will try to steal it if you let them. And if they do, I don't scream. I don't beg. I just document. And I send one email.